1 minute. What do you see? You can see now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, now it is.
Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamitra Namaste Saraswate Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisya Shunyadi Paschate Deshatarane. So, last week we started on this, we started this verse. What is that? I think let me open that verse also. We covered a little bit, right? And we can start again actually now.
Yes, it just started.
Just started it. Okay, but just give me one. So for that, I had to come out of it again. Okay. Can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Shyat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitatya Vidya Pittopatapta Rasanasya Narochikano Kintuadarod Anudinam Kulasayojishta Swadvi Kramat Gadgada Bhavati Tadgada Mula Hantri. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by jaundice of avidya cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names, every day the natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. Hare Krishna. So, last week I started this verse, and you know what is that? How many of agree we don't have taste for the Harinam?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Anyone? Only one person, Prabhu. Gautam Prabhu raised his hand, nobody else. Looks like everyone has taste.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. True, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
So, why? Because why we don't have taste for the Harinam? Rupa Goswami is giving this. Amazing. Um, the answer is very simple.
When I eat. We are eating the soup, you eat this thing, okay? Ichili.
So, because Jivera Swarup hai Krishna and Nityadas. We are a part and parcel of Krishna. And we are servant of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this. So the way a person who got jaundice cannot, what an analogy Rupa Goswami gave, cannot relish sugarcane juice, sugar candy. He says this is better. Likewise, in a conditioned state, we cannot relish Krishna's name, form, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. We cannot relish. कृष्ण बुलिया जी भगवान च करे पासते माया झपटी है दरे. So when we forget Krishna, when we want to enjoy independence of Krishna, then Maya captures us, and we come under the influence of three modes. When we come under the influence of three modes, we find enjoyment for matter. What do we find enjoyment for? Dead matter. Then we don't find a taste for Krishna's holy name. If you all agree, I'll give an example actually. Even the material world. How many of you are interested? Not our example. Even between humans. Can I give an example?
Haribol Prabhuji.
Okay. Actually, now ISKCON, our devotees, what they did, they arranged Bhakti Vedanta Institute. So started by Sarudhana Goswami. They invited all the scientists from all over the world. They invited scientists from all over the world to Mayapur. And to Mayapur, and you can't believe, I was told, one devotee told me, the prasad there is amazing, amazing, amazing. Amazing means varieties of sweets, varieties of parotas, rasagullas, gulab jamuns, and Bengali, devotees, how they will cook, Mayapur devotees. I mean, you will not see that type of food. So one day, one brahmachari went and in the daytime is like discussions, consciousness. The topic is consciousness. Basically, if you understand consciousness, you'll come to Krishna. So one scientist after 2-3 days, this prasad is impeccable. This brahmachari said, I never saw that type of prasad in my life. It's nectar. So then this one brahmachari asked one scientist, how is everything? How is prasad? How is stay? How is weather? How is everything? This is what everyone wants, everyone looks for. Everything is good. He came from Korea, some Asian country, East Asian country. But I am leaving tomorrow. No, but the meetings are there for next another week, right? No, but I'm missing fish. So this person, this is prasad, that its varieties, but the conditioning is telling I'm leaving. Everyone is listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Some of us has a strong taste, for meat eating actually. And, they might have liked it also. But today, you might have given it up for so long because the consciousness is so elevated. What will you say? Chi. Right? So, the world, what is our problem? Addiction with the different varieties of matter. So now can you correlate this example? Some people are addicted to smoking. Some people are addicted to illicit sex. Some people are addicted to gambling. And what is the cruelty? What is the Maya cruelty of Maya? You're a professor because of your good karma. I have a question for everyone. I want you to answer. What is the end result? If you're addicted to these things, illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, gambling, what will happen?
Repeated birth and death. Prabhuji.
That is it. Repeated birth and death, nothing else. That famous one, he is actually, what is his name? He's a CEO of, not CEO, but one of the high positions of Citibank. He said, I saw my parents, my grandfather, they were enjoying this meat, and whatever the suffering these animals are going through, you know, um, in slaughterhouses, I saw the same suffering they were going through, you know, in their advanced age. Plus, one is suffering old age. Let me tell you, even people who follow strictly no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, they also suffer. Not that outsiders only suffer. It's because matter is matter. When we enjoy matter, the body becomes weak, and eventually body dwindles and finally dies. One devotee told me, the moment you touch 50 years, everyone likes to embrace others, right? Man likes to embrace woman, woman likes to embrace man, but Kalakanya embraces. And when somebody is embracing, oh, embrace me, oh, you feel like good. Arey, that person will not leave you, Kalakanya. Kalakanya, then Jara, old age, she'll embrace you. And she'll not let you go. That embrace, she'll not, suffering, suffering. So anyway, what is that? We want to enjoy independent of Krishna. Hare Krishna. That's the problem. Avidya and the forgetfulness of Krishna. And what is Maya? You know, we don't want to serve Krishna. We want to enjoy independent of Krishna. And Durasraya. What is Durasraya? Can you see this one? Bad shelter. Arey, our shelter should be Harinam. But today, what is our shelter? Let me do this project. I'll be happy. Let me do that project. I'll be happy. Once my children get settled, then I'll become serious. But not now. How many of you agree? So that is what's called Durasraya. We are taking shelter of Maya. Even in Bhakti. I'm talking to myself actually. So anything that we do, if we are doing it exclusively for the pleasure of Krishna, then it's, ladies and gentlemen, it's pure bhakti. If not, it gives suffering. If it is mixed, if it is mixed bhakti, because of Rajoguna, it gives suffering. So Durasraya means hope against hope. No, my life will become better. Sir, ma'am, your life will not become better. If it becomes better, it is only for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, not after that. Some problem will come. And it's in the rulers, what is that? It's also collective. Atheistic leadership, today leadership is telling, no. If you have this, you'll be happy. If you have, what is that? We'll give you this much money, you'll be happy. 401k, you'll be happy. What is that? We are allocating this much money and build the roads, we'll be happy. Or something we'll do, we'll be happy. No, nothing will make you happy. Naman, the leaders are blind. Prahlad Maharaj says this. Andha yadande upni yamana te pisha tantra vrutam nabadha. Mattinna Krishna Vardasvato Mito Pachet Gruhapritanam Adhanto Vishanta Mishram Punah Charit Charananam. Nate Vidoswardagatim Hi Vishnu Jurandra Sayaye Bahirardamanina Anthayatande Yapni Yamana Te Pishatantra Urdam Nimbadda. People forgot to Krishna. Goal of Krishna is, goal of life is Vishnu, Krishna. Durasaya. So, Durasaya or Durasraya. Durasa means durasa, asa, false hope, hope against hope. When you forget Krishna, you are attached to money, Bahirardha. Ardha means money. Prahlad Maharaj is the one who said money is honey. Andha, people are blind. So when you follow the blind leaders, you will fall. Everyone will fall in the ditch. So that's why we are now, even if we come to Bhakti, Namam Dushkritanam Moda Prapadyante Naradam Maya Bharatagyan Asurim Bhavamasat. Prabhupada has a wonderful lecture on this. You know, why people cannot accept Krishna, accept God? Dushkritanam. Because of all the wrong things we have done. Modha. As Prapadyante Naradama. Lowest to the mankind. They do all the wrong things. Then some people say, Prabhupada says, what is it? I am MA, BA, PhD. I'm electrical engineering PhD, mechanical engineering PhD. Why you are not accepting Krishna? Maya Bharata Jnana. Knowledge is taken away. Then you will be working only on, electron, proton, how to, how to bring better battery. In India, everywhere batteries only nowadays. Are 150 billion people using batteries? So who will suffer at the end when once the batteries are done? Who will suffer? Can anyone answer?
Everyone, Prabhuji.
Where will the batteries go? That used batteries.
The earth, Prabhu.
That's it. Earth. Earth has to. In America, you see mountains, earth. So because there is no simple living, for hair there are thousand. Casual event internet. There are unlimited products for hair. Only just for hair, unlimited products. For eyebrows, 100 products. For lips, 100 products. For nose, 100 products. And now why 100 products? Actually, internet says unlimited products for all this. Hare Krishna. End of the day, you're not the body. So, today nobody surrenders to Krishna. That's why preaching is needed. Please start preaching to your parents, your relatives. They don't listen. Everyone has cell phone. Anyway, what is the cure? What is the cure? This cycle of birth and death, what is the cure? And it's not somebody, the Gautam Prabhu said cycle of birth and death. It's not just cycle of birth and death, Prabhu. Are you lose human life. When you try to enjoy, first you enjoy in Sattva then you try to enjoy in Rajaguna, then you try to enjoy in Tamaguna. Then what will happen when somebody enjoys when somebody operates Sattva, Raja and Tamaguna? Anybody? If you enjoy in Tamaguna, what is the outcome? If you enjoy in Tamaguna, what is the outcome?
We'll go to hell, Prabhuji.
We'll take birth in lower planets, Prabhu.
Okay, we'll get birth in lower planets. Somebody else.
Lower species.
Lower species, lower planets. So we become plants, or we become cats, dogs, beasts, birds, reptiles. Wow. So sad. That's why the material energy is very powerful. Material laws are very powerful. What is the cure? Chanting. What is the cure? Chanting. Very important. You know? So, what is the problem of we have four defects? We have imperfect senses. Because we have imperfect senses, we tend to become illusioned. Wow. If the cinema star is, he has a beard. Let me have a beard. Or that cinema star is putting lipstick. Let me put lipstick. That cinema star has jewelry. Let me wear the jewelry. That cinema star has particular dress. I feel very sad for them actually. Because they're pushing the people in mode of ignorance. And what about their life? What will they become? I don't know. So what is that we have to do to come out of it? This human life is not for a long time. Already 50% of life is over. So chant Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhamadavagni Nirvapanam Srekairo Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavado Jivanam Anandamudivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijete Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Cheto Darpanamarjanam. It's very, very important. Cleanse your heart, the mirror like your heart. So there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita. What is that verse? Dhumena priyate vagni yata darsho malena cha tatolbena avrato garbhastadhate nedamavratam. So Dhuman, like when you put put the some firewood, you try to create fire. You create fire. What will happen? First smoke will come. Means what? Fire will come eventually. But when smoke comes, ice burn. Then yata darsho malinacha. When mirror is dirty, you cannot see your face. Tatol bena vrato garbhas. Baby is covered with in the womb of the baby is covered in the womb of the mother. So baby covered in the womb of the mother, it's a helpless state. That is plants and animals. That's plants. And a mirror and a dirt is not that much bad compared to baby and embryo and the womb of the mother. Mirror and dirt, just if you do like this, then you will become all right. I mean, you can see the mirror. That is animal state. Fire and smoke means human life. You're very close, sir. So become free by chanting the holy name. You can go back to Godhead also. The fire will come. What do you think? That's why one has to chant sincerely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What is our problem? We have a bhavaroga. Prabhupada says this. What is our disease? We are stuck in cycle of birth and death. What is our disease? We are stuck in the cycle of birth and death. So the medicine, where will you get it? Go to ISKCON. Go to ISKCON. When you go to ISKCON, what they will tell you? You have little faith initially, another Shraddha. Immediately devotees, brahmacharis and sannyasis and senior devotees, senior grosthas, what they will do? You have little faith and immediately they fan that spark. What is your little faith? I love prasad. I love kirtan. Great. Then you come to the classes. Then association of sadhus. Prabhu, you're not the body, Prabhu. Oh, really? Fantastic. You're not the body. Then you start attending kirtans. Then they start meeting devotees. What they'll tell you? Hey, bhajana kriya. Prabhu, can you chant 2 rounds? Can you chant 4 rounds? Can you chant 8 rounds? Oh yes, Prabhu. This mental world, the problem is you're not the body, Prabhu. So much suffering, because of that. We should become. Can you hear? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So, my voice is not breaking, right?
No, Prabhuji, it is clear.
So, they tell you to reach 16 rounds. You strictly follow 4 regular principles. Then your life will become better. When your life becomes better, you start following Anartha nivritti, all these billions and billions of lifetimes of years, see, our heart is filled with envy, greed, and powerful lust. When we go outside, man sees woman sees man, strong attraction. When man and woman has attraction means you are firmly rooted in bodily consciousness. I am this body. I'm talking to myself. So I am this body. Then what happens? Then you suffer more. But when you chant, you know, when you chant sincerely, if you want to become free from lust, greed, envy, anger, pride, when you become free from them, wow, amazing, sir, fantastic. So you're married, then be very committed to one wife only, one husband only. Don't look at anybody else. Because we want to become free from the disease. What is anyway, everyone is, I'm also addicted to eating. One lecture I heard. Tongue is it is moving in the mind, the inside the mouth. And I said, amazing, Haribol. That is then I told myself, hey, that is a proof that you're caught by Maya. Why? I'm an enjoyer. Then suddenly, you go from what? From Michigan to Florida. Wow, weather is good. Or, this place is very beautiful. New York buildings are beautiful. This means what? As soon as Radhana Swami says, the light enters into your eyes, that's it. That makes you mad. Or you see a beautiful woman or man, that light enters into your eyes and you become crazy. You become mad. Just it's light changing you. Hare Krishna. Some people, they cannot give up coffee or tea. The moment you put it, wow, tongue. You are not the body. But tongue is, selling you out for, you're selling yourself for one coffee. One tea. You want Krishna or coffee? Of course, coffee only. So that's the power of senses. Second chapter Bhagavad Gita, we just finished. Wow, Krishna says, Arjuna, there is no enemy other than this one enemy. Who is that enemy? Senses. Who is that enemy? Senses and mind. They are our enemies. You have attachment for somebody, you have, a hatredness for somebody. So between hate and attachment and attachment and aversion, we are continuing births after births after births after births. Krishna is sitting in our heart, Prabhu, please. But we don't look at Krishna. Actually, some people hate even Krishna, actually. How many of you agree? Do you agree? I'm not telling you we hate Krishna, that time I'm talking about. But we are stuck in the cycle of birth and death, in a power of Maya. You know? Either we serve Maya or we serve Krishna. Actually, I'm telling like this only to tell myself, ladies and gentlemen, I'm serious. You know? So, what is that? Prabhupada actually know what is that? Prabhupada mentions.
You do all these things. That's why you get angry.
What is that?
You
So, what is that? When we start chanting Anartha Nivritti, this Anartha Nivritti is there for very long time. Anartha Nivritti is there for a long time. Then we come to Nishta. If you continue for chanting probably 15, 20 years, 10, 15 years, then you come to Nishta. When you come to Nishta, Nishta means what? Slowly, hey, you are very firmly fixed. Sadhana is your priority. Sadhana is your priority. Then Ruchi, taste. As the jaundice is getting cured, we find taste for the sugarcane juice or sugar candy. Likewise, we get the taste for the Harinam. Ladies and gentlemen, we are only maybe 1 or 2 steps away from taste. If you attain taste, Ayendra Prabhu says, you are a Mahabhagavad devotee. Then you say, hey, I have so many impurities. Yes, you have so many impurities. Very soon they'll go away. Because once you attain the taste for the Harinam, and always Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare. You are preaching to people also. And your mind is filled with Krishna only. Then after Ruchi, what is the next one? Asakti. What is the next one? Asakti. Attachment for Krishna consciousness. Attachment to Krishna. Attachment to Krishna's devotees. Attachment to the process. What is the next one? After Asakti, what is the next one after attachment to Krishna? Bhava. The first sign of the first ray of prema. Bhava. In Bhava stage, preliminary awakening of dormant. So in this stage, no bodily concepts. You understand Krishna is different from Maya. You understand? Krishna is Krishna, Maya is Maya. Then the next stage is Maharaj, of course, Parikshit, what is that? Bharat Maharaj, you attained the stage of Bhava. But he, when attained the stage of Bhava, but he became victim to Maya. So, but if you attain Prema, then Maya cannot do anything to you. So we need to cross and attain these stages, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone, what are the stages we need to cross? Anartha Nivritti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava. At least we should come to Ruchi. Everyone unmute and say, Anartha Nivritti,
Anartha Nivritti,
Nishta,
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 Ruchi,
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 Asakti,
Asakti,
Bhava,
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 Prema.
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 At least, that's it, please mute. At least we should reach to Ruchi. Ayendra Prabhu is calling Mahabhava devotee. Or if you have abilities, you're determined, you're powerful, then to Bhava and Prema. Actually, once you attain Bhava stage, that's it. But still, we need to be careful though. Krishna, Surya Sama, Maya hai Andhakar, Yahan Krishna Tahan nahi Maya Radhikar. The moment you have Krishna in your heart, so what happens? The Swarup Shakti, Radharani's grace enters into your life. Then Maya will not do anything. Then you're not shaken up by greed, you're not shaken up by anger, you're not shaken up by pride, you're not shaken by lust. Wow. See all the gurus of ISKCON, how advanced they are. They just gave one life of chanting, 55 years, 50 years, they're chanting. What is the end result? They may be Westerners, they may be, South Americans, they may be Russians. They have attained heights of advancement. Wow! It is possible to you also, sir. It's possible to you also, ma'am. Don't give it up. But if you give it up and lose, then Maya will capture you. No Vaishnava Aparad. Then, that being said, so who will summarize this verse? It's very important. I have jaundice of ignorance, avidya, and that's why I don't have taste for Krishna's holy name. You know, one more point I forgot to tell you. Chanting is three types. Namaparada stage, Namabha stage, Shuddhanam. Namaparada is you're chanting, but you're doing you're doing aparad. Means you're chanting in the morning but doing nonsense in the evening. You're drinking in the evening, you're having illicit relationships in the evening, you're meat eating in the evening. That's namaparad. That's not good. Thinking, my wrong thing is contracted by tomorrow morning chanting. If you think like that, you are you're doing namaparad stage. But one day you realize, Namabhasa, no, I need to avoid 10 offenses. The 10 offenses we need to avoid. We try to avoid. Everyone, let us say 10 offenses. How many of you know 10 offenses? How many of you don't know 10 offenses? Nowadays, during initiations, I see many initiates, they don't know 10 offenses by heart. That's okay, you don't need to know by heart. At least you should know them. They are there. And I need to avoid while chanting. What is that? Blaspheme the devotees who dedicate their lives for the propagation of the holiness of the Lord. We should not offend devotees. And we should not consider Brahma and Shiva equal to, we should not consider Brahma and Shiva equal or independent to Vishnu, Vishnu's name. 3, disobey the order of spiritual master. Blaspheme the Vedic literatures, Vedic scriptures, or scriptures in pursuit of the Vedic version. Why is you consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination? Hare, Ajay will chant it Hare, Narayan, 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 he went by, immediately Yamadutas came, that's too much, it's superfluous. In order to, people are just to create hype about the power of the holy name, just to create that so that people will take it up. That's why they're doing like that. No, I have been chanting for 20 years. I have not seen Vishnu Dutas even once. You know? Four is, what is it? 4 is to plasma literature, chanting Hare Krishna's imagination. 6 to give some interpretation to the holiness of the Lord. One person said, when you chant Hare Krishna, your lungs are filled with a high amount of oxygen. Then you'll feel very good. Nowhere it is written. That's giving that's what's called giving high interpretation. 7, to commit sinful activities and strength of the holy names. 8, to consider chanting Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in fully to act as karmakanda. Can anyone unmute and say what is this? What does this line mean? Hare Krishna is not a karmakanda. What does it mean? It's an auspicious ritualistic activities. Is it auspicious? Is chanting Hare Krishna is one of the auspicious ritualistic activities of Vedas, Karmakanda portion of Vedas. Why, if you think like that, it's an offense. Why it is an offense? Hare Krishna mantra chanting is not Karmakanda. Means you chant Hare Krishna, you'll go to heavenly planets. You chant Hare Krishna, you'll get a job. You chant Hare Krishna, you'll get good spouse. You chant Hare Krishna, you'll win the lottery. These are all Karmakanda. What will Hare Krishna do when you chant Hare Krishna? Anyone? When we chant Hare Krishna, what will happen?
Purification, Prabhuji.
Purification. And you develop
It will
your
it'll cleanse your heart and awaken the love of God. You'll go back to Godhead. You'll have bhakti. No karmakanda. It is bhakti. You know, Srila Prabhupada was asked, why should you chant? Prabhupada said, we chant to chant. That's it. Why? Gopis, when Krishna is not there, so when Krishna is there, Gopis serve Krishna. When Krishna is not there, Radharani is feeling separation from Krishna intensely. She's like, I know, Krishna said he's coming, but he's not coming. Finally, she is like under, it's intolerable state. Then she starts chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And in that she says Krishna. She knows Harinam is not different from Krishna. Same thing with Hanuman also in Dasiras. Hanuman, what does Hanuman do? He chants Sri Ram, Jai Ram, and he sees Ram in that. Huh? To instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name, tend to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain mental attachments, even after understanding so many instructions. Not have complete faith on the holy name and to maintain mental attachment, after understanding so many instructions. And very important, it is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Prabhupada says in Kali Yuga it's not easy to avoid 10 offenses because of the 10th one. But when you are chanting and you're trying to avoid 10 offenses, what is that stage called? Nama Bhasa. Abhasa means reflection, shadow. So you're chanting the shadow name of Krishna. But if you can avoid 10 offenses, then what is it called? Shuddhanam. Shuddhanam means you're liberated. You have attained the love of God. You're listening, right? So, what we have to do? We should try to consciously avoid the 10 offenses. And chant. Only that's what human life is meant for. We let in Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna. Then the famous verse. Please unmute and tell me. Tannam Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu.
Nam
Rupa Charita Sukarita Nanu.
Smartyo Kramenam Rasana Manase Niyojya.
Nitya karma
Tishtan Brajeta Dhanuragi Jananugami. Kalam Nayadakilam Iti Upadesha Saram.
Kalam
So now we understood. We have what is our problem? We are stuck in the cycle of birth and death. What is our disease? We are controllers, we are enjoyers, we want to enjoy matter, and we are stuck in the cycle of birth and death. Rupa Goswami, the essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time 24 hours a day in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Vraj, Gola Vrindavan Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees or deeply attached to his devotional service. Wow. So Rupa Goswami is telling, so Prabhu, before if you delay it, maybe you have only 1 month time, you have only few months left. If you delay it, you may go to next animal species. So utilize. What is that he is telling? Utilize your life. What to stores of 16 rounds? Full time. 24 hours. Wow. In nicely chanting and remembering Krishna's divine name, Nama Rupa Guna Leela. Remembering Krishna. Thereby engaging your tongue and mind. And he's telling you stay in Vrindavan. Means don't stay in Vrindavan and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. And follow the footsteps of the pure devotees of Raj who are deeply attached to Krishna. Means if you cannot go to Vraj, you create Vraj in your mind. Create Vrindavan in your mind. Stay, you don't need to go anywhere. People from all over the world, wherever you are, you're Russia, stay in Russia, you're in America, stay in America. You are in South India or you're in Mumbai, stay in Mumbai, but make your mind Krishna conscious. Make your heart Vrindavan. How many of you agree? That is the meaning of the verse. If everyone goes to Vrindavan, then what? The land price will increase. So stay where you are. Jnane prayasa udapasya namanta eva. Yin mukritam bhavadiya varta. Sthane sita shrutigata tanu anmanobir. Second line, little bit I forgot. Ye prayaso jita. Ye prayaso jita. Jitopyasi taistrilokyam. Give up speculation and follow wherever you are, that varnashram, or whichever varna you are doing, you just follow your varnashram rules, but add, take up Krishna consciousness. You will conquer that Supreme Lord who cannot be conquered by anybody. Bhakti can conquer Krishna. So, what is the advice? 24/7 stay in Vrindavan. But you say, I cannot do that. Then go to Bhagavad Gita. What is that Krishna says? If you cannot do the 24 hours, then follow the regular principles. That's where we belong to the next category. Everyone is understanding? So, you do your duty, but add Krishna to your life. As much as you can. Make your heart Vrindavan. How many of you are understanding? So now we'll see the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you. Why to train the mind? Why to train the mind? Uddharet atmanam 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 avsadayet atmaiva atmano bandhur atmaiva ripratmana. One has to elevate by the power of mind and not degrade, A person who has controlled the mind is the best friend. A person who failed to do so, mind is the worst enemy. Anatmanastu shutrutve vartet atma shutruvat. If you can control your mind is a shatru. If you control the mind, if you control the mind is the friend. If not, mind is the enemy. Why? What will happen when the mind is not controlled? Prabhupada writes very interesting, which you have not heard. Can I please listen what Prabhupada writes there? At the time of death, your mind and intelligence, they'll come together and they'll make one subtle form, one form. The time of death, your mind and intelligence, they come together and they make one form. That form is your next form. It is based on your thoughts, final thoughts. Based on your final thoughts. Then you will leave all your family, you will leave your job, you will leave everything that you know and go to a different place. As well as Radhana Swami says, every 15 days people call me and say, Maharaj, can you name the night this child? And every 15 days people say, can you pray for him? He is for my father, for my mother, they're dying. So people are in cycle of birth and death. Excuse me. So, what if we think of a dog? What if we think of a cat? What if we think of a plant? How many of you agree? So it's dangerous. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tajatyante kalevaram tam temet kaunteya sata tadbhava bhavita. Whatever you think of at the time of leaving this world, you will become that. Yad bhavam tadbhavati. You know. But if you think of Krishna, you'll go back to Krishna. Whole Krishna consciousness is based on this verse. Antyakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayat samudbhavam yatinas tatra samsaya. So if you remember Krishna, you'll go back to Krishna. So but not that we are just like the chanting. We are training our mind to remember Krishna at the time of death. You know what we are doing? We are training. We're training our minds to remember Krishna. Then the question is how to train the mind. What is this one? Reside, stay in Vrindavan. Stay in Vrindavan. Take shelter of Krishna's devotees. Think of Krishna's pastimes. You know, not Naimittika, but Nitya Leela. Not Naimittika Leela, Naimittika Leela pastimes. Nitya Leela pastimes. Krishna killing demons is Naimittika. But Krishna's dealings with the devotees is Nitya. So, everyone is listening, right? Basically, we have to saturate our mind with the Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Leela. You have to saturate our mind with the Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Leela. So that when we go back to, when we at the last minute of our life, will remember Krishna. How many of you agree? Those of you chanting for maybe 15, 20 years, mind has changed. You know, so Krishna is an integral part of your life now. So, okay, unmute and say, Shraddha to Prema ladder, what are the different ingredients? I mean, different parts of Shraddha to Prema ladder. Who will tell me? We just saw just. After Shraddha, what is next one?
Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha.
Next one?
Anartha Nivritti.
Bhajana Kriya.
Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivritti.
Yeah, Bhajana Kriya and Anartha Nivritti. Next one?
Nishta.
Next one?
Ruchi.
Next one?
Asakti.
Very nice. Asakti. Next one?
Bhava.
Bhava.
Bhava. And next one?
Prema.
Perfect. So we need to attain the stage of bhava and prema. Now, why I'm telling this is nishta stage, the roads will split. This is then we'll go to, this is more, we'll discuss more in nectar devotion. But nishta stage, the roads will split. Prabhupada touched a little bit in this verse. And anybody, when you come to nishta stage, anybody starts meditating on Vraj pastimes, following a Vrajavasi, there are 5 relationships There are how many relationships? 5 relationships that we have with Krishna. Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. What are the 5 relationships? Everyone.
Shanta, Dasya, Vatsalya,
Sakya.
Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya.
Vatsalya. Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice. So, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Santras means all the trees and cows in Vrindavan, they are in Santaras, passive. Krishna's servants, they are in Dasyaras. Example is Raktak Chitra Patrak. Santras example is all the trees, all the deers, all the cows, all the animals basically. And Sakyaras is Dasyaras, Krishna's servants, Raktak Chitra Patrak. They are Krishna's servants. And Sakyaras, Krishna's friends, Sridhama, Sudama, Madhamangal, Saw Krishna, Arjun, Vartapa, Vishal, Stoka Krishna, they're all Krishna's friends. Why I'm telling the names, I'll tell you why. And Vatsaleras, Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, Upananda, Prabhavati, so all the elderly Gopas and Gopis of Raj. Then Madhuriras, Radharani, topmost. Lalita Saki, Vishaka Saki. So under Radharani, basically her Sakis, and there are Narma Saki, Priya Narma Saki, Nitya Saki, Preshta Saki, Parampreshta Saki. There are so many gradations, so many grades. So under them Manjaris, Rupa Manjari, Rupa Goswami, Rati Manjari is a Raghunath, sorry, Lavanga Manjari is Sanatana Goswami. Rati Manjari is Rupa Goswami. Sorry, Lati Manjari is San Raghunath Goswami. So likewise, the Manjaris come. Under them is Upamanjaris. Under them we come. That is Vatsaleras. Excuse me. So, why I'm telling this is, when you come to Ruchi state or Nishta state, if you want to worship Krishna in on reverence, Vaidhi Bhakti, Bhakti is 2 types. Bhakti is 2 types. Vaidhi Bhakti, actually Bhakti is 3 types. Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. Everyone. What are the 3 types of Bhakti? Can unmute and say?
Sadhana Bhakti.
Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti.
Bhava Bhakti.
No. Bhakti is 3 types. Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. Everyone. Sadhana Bhakti,
Sadhana
Sadhana
Bhakti.
Bhakti,
Bhava Bhakti,
Bhava
Bhakti.
Prema Bhakti.
Prema Bhakti.
Now, Sadhana Bhakti is 2 types. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Everyone. Vaidhi Sadhana
Vaidhi
Bhakti.
Sadhana Bhakti, Raganuga
Raganuga
Sadhana
Sadhana.
Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti.
Very nice. So in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, anybody who follows when they attain Nishta stage, when they follow Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, the roads will split there. The people who follow Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, they'll go to Vaikuntha. They'll go to Vaikuntha and serve Narayan and Lakshmi. You're attached to Krishna, you'll go to maximum Mathura, you'll go to Dwaraka and you'll serve Krishna in Dwaraka. Or Mathura. But Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti means Vidhi. Hey, I want to go to Mangalarti. Your mind is not listening. Your intelligence is convinced. You are pushing your mind. Chalo, 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 chalo. So Vaidhi means vidhi, vidhi, vidhi. So you have to do it. Arey, 16 wala karna hai. Why? It is good for me. I should eat only prasad. Why? It is good for me. So you're convincing yourself this is good for you and you're doing it. But your mind, no. So that is why the sadhana bhakti. But raga, and the other side is, Vaidhi sadhana, raga margam. Raga margam means there is no question of, should I attend Mangalarti, yes or no? There is no question like that. By raganaga sadhana comes, raga means attachment. I am attracted to Krishna. अरे जैसे 4 बजते हैं उठ के जुप भाग के जाएंगे आई वांट टू सी कृष्णा सो द राग साधना दोस पीपल हु आर फॉलोइंग राग मार्ग देयर गोल इज वृंदावन they will go to Vrindavan. They will go to Vrindavan and they'll deal with Krishna very intimately. People who go to follow Raga, Vaidhi sadhana, they will go to Vaikuntha or they'll go to Dwarka maximum, and serve Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan, or Krishna and Sakina, his wives in Krishna and wives in on reverence. But those people who worship Krishna in Raga Bhakti, Raganuga sadhana, they will go to Vraj and deal with Krishna very intimately. Unmute your phone and tell me on your phone. You want to deal with Krishna intimately or you want to deal with Krishna with awe and reverence?
Intimately, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Okay.
Intimately, Prabhuji.
Intimately, Prabhuji.
Intimately means when you attain Nishta stage, you have to worship Krishna. What is the only difference between Vaidhi sadhana and Ragana sadhana? Intense greed, laulyam. Alright. Temple, pot washing, so many pots are there. I'll go and do it. Mangalartha, I'll do it. 16 ounce, that is the first thing. Means a very mature. So your laulyam, greed, intense greed for Krishna. Not like that. I chant not because I'm initiated, my guru told me to do. I chant because this is pleasing to Krishna. Haribol. When you bring laulyam in your life, when you bring greed in your life, that is when your raga sadhana, raga means attachment, anuga means followers. This type of bhakti you see only in Vrindavan. That attachment, intense attachment for Krishna. So anuga means following. Raga sadhana means, raganuga sadhana means you follow Vrajavasis. So from Nishta state onwards, you find one Vrajavasi and you follow them. You are attracted to their leelas, you you remember Krishna and their, their eternal associate. If you're attracted to Vatsalness, you love to hear Krishna and Yashoda dealings, Krishna and Nanda Maharaj dealings. Attracted to Krishna's friends, Sakyaras, then you love that type of pastimes of Krishna and friends.
Go take.
But if you're attracted to Radharani,
Later.
if you're attracted to
Close
this,
the door.
Hare Krishna. If you're attracted to, if you're attracted to Krishna's servants, Dasyaras, then you'll follow the footsteps of Raktak Chitra Patrak. Attracted to Sakyaras, you'll follow the footsteps of Krishna's friends. Attracted to Dasya, Vatsalaras, you'll follow the footsteps of elderly Gopas and Gopis, especially Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. But if you're attracted to Mathuriras, you'll follow the footsteps of Radharani and younger gopis, Lalita Saki, Vishaka Saki, Tungavidya, Induleka, Champaklata, Chitra Saki, Rangadevi, Sudevi, all them they will follow. So all in Brajalila, all the people in Gaurlila are in Vajalila. You know, Rupa Goswami is Rupa Manjari, Sanatana Goswami is Lavanga Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami is Rati Manjari. So we follow them and continue our sadhana. Now the very important thing, can somebody sees these different stages of remembrance? What is the, I said in this, what is the goal of chanting? Remembering Krishna at the time of death. What is the goal of why we are chanting? Why are we following the Hare Krishna process? We want to fill our mind with the Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Leela. Why we want to fill Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Leela? Because at the time of death we want to remember Krishna and go back to Godhead. You're all listening or not?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Now the famous thing. Different stages of remembrance. Very important, very interesting, this screen. Everyone unmute and say Shravana Dasa.
Shravana Dasa.
Hearing. Varana Dasa. Repeat.
Marana.
Varana Dasa. No, Varana Dasa. Smarana Avastha. Sampatti Dasa. Now it's very important. So you can mute, then I'll tell. Shravana Dasa means hear about Krishna. When you hear about Krishna, very important. You know, Sarvabhattacharya asked Lord Chaitanya, Bhakti is Navada, 9 types, my Lord. What works best in Kali Yuga? Lord Chaitanya said, Shravanam Kirtanam. Lord Chaitanya said, Kirtanam. So Lord Chaitanya came to inaugurate Sankirtan movement. Sankirtana Ekapitaro, Kamalaya Daksho. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is as a Yugavatar, he is the inaugurator of Sankirtan movement. So, what are the two things in Kali Yuga? What bhakti will give us results fast? Shravanam Kirtanam. More than the 7 types of bhakti, 7 bhaktis. So, first thing is hear. Yata jnasasi tasrunu antad Krishna Bhagavad. Krishna says in Gita, hey, listen about me. Yata jnasasi tasrunu. Krishna says that. So, when you hear about Krishna, Krishna slowly becomes reality. Krishna is reality. Krishna's friends are the reality. We'll finish this. Hearing what happens once you keep on hearing about Krishna and his friends, his paraphernalia, his name, his form. One thing you remember, what is this verse about? We are chanting right now. Chanting, we are trying to remember Krishna through chanting. So, we are trying to remember Krishna through chanting means first you hear about Krishna. You hear Bhagavatam class. When devotees visiting devotees come, you hear from them. Then, Varana Dasa, you will accept Krishna. Krishna is not a theoretical theory for you. Krishna is a reality for you. Yeah, Krishna is there. Where is Krishna present? Golok Vrindavan. Where is Krishna present? Golok Vrindavan. Okay. So, then the next one is, now we know you have accepted, you are hearing about Krishna, you have accepted Krishna's name, form and pastimes, his qualities and pastimes. Then what is the next one? Remembrance. The remembrance is, all these things should happen while chanting. Now, we are chanting and you are trying to remember. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Anyone is remembering Krishna? No. Means conditioning is there. Then put a picture before you and remember. That is fine. Look at Krishna pictures. Look at the Krishna's picture. You know what is that? You know, you can remember whichever way. Rupa Goswami says this. Yanakena prakarena mana Krishna niveshiyat. So the point is, what is that? But initially Krishna will not come. But after some time, as you keep on chanting, one day Krishna will come. You're chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then Krishna will come. It is all based on your interest. You know, maybe your temple, you are the temple deities, you know, or some Krishna will come. You are attracted to Vatsalya Ras, Balgopal will come. If you are attracted to Madhuri Ras, you know, Gopijanal Bhagwan will come. You know, Madan Mohan will come, Govinda will come. It's up to you. Can everyone see the screen? So initially the Krishna will come as you chant, but he'll go. What is it called? Interrupted. When as you continue your chanting, that Krishna will come and stay. It's called uninterrupted. That's why when initial stages we say, devotees would say, hey, don't try to remember, bring Krishna forcefully. Just chant. Krishna will automatically come. How many of you are listening? This is a very serious stuff actually.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So let us see. We'll chant for few minutes. You know, we'll chant at least 1 minute. Just chant and hear. Don't try to bring Krishna. See whether Krishna came or not. Chant only 10 mantras. You know, unmute and just chant. See Krishna is coming or not. You know, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Hare,
Rama Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
10
Hare,
Krishna
mantras I
Hare
said.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Come.
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
I said 10 mantras. So Krishna came for somebody, yes, for somebody, no, no problem. So that Krishna comes and goes. And the next one is uninterrupted. That Krishna comes and stays. Wow, it's amazing. You will be so blissful when you see Krishna. How beautiful is so I mean so nice. This infinite beauty, Krishna's beauty is infinite. Please mute. Then that Krishna's remembrance will become uninterrupted and concentrated. Krishna is there, uninterrupted and concentrated. Wow. Then what happens? That meditation expands. Krishna is there, Somebody is standing Krishna. Other one is standing next to Krishna. Oh, there are cows also. Wow. Now there is kirtan going also. Wow. So that uninterrupted concentration, concentrated meditation is called, it becomes constant. It's called anusmriti. Uninterrupted and unceasing anusmriti is called samadhi. Ladies and gentlemen, in samadhi state, you will come to know your spiritual form. You'll come to know your relationship. You know, so that samadhi state, we need to attain. That's where this whole thing is about remembrance. You know, that whole thing is remembrance. Now, you can put a picture, and in Vrindavan, one person, what he did, on rock, he just wrote Krishna. He would just see and chant. He would just see and chant. Then he attained perfection. And Vrindavan, that rock is the deity in the temple, nothing else. The rock on which Krishna is written, he was Siddha ban gaya actually. He went back to Godhead. You're listening, right? So now what we'll do is we'll chant. Anyway, interrupt, the Krishna comes once in a while, that is interrupted. Krishna comes and stays uninterrupted, that's great. But the uninterrupted, concentrated, Krishna stays, and fully we are able to concentrate on Krishna. Then, then our meditation, actually one time I asked Barsana Maharaj, you may be seeing a picture and chanting. Or you're trying to remind the pictures in temple and chant. Maharaj said, that's okay. But you have to remember, you have to chant. And you should hear. While meditating on these pictures in your mind, you should not ignore chanting. That is important. Because Lord Chaitanya gave prem through Nam. How many of you are listening and understanding? Very important, this verse. This is a screen. Very important. You are listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you may be seeing a picture and chanting, but you have to hear the mantra. That is very, very, very important. Interrupted, uninterrupted, uninterrupted, concentrated, and then constant, and uninterrupted, unceasing anusmriti is samadhi. Then you do that, then what happens? You will love one associate of Krishna in one rasa. You love one associate of Krishna in one rasa. Krishnam swaram janam chasya preshta nija samhitam tattat katharatascha so kuryad vasam vraje sada. So Rupa Goswami is telling, you stay in Vrindavan all the time. Then you say, look, I stay in Farmington Hills or I stay in America. But in the mind you stay in Vrindavan. That's what Rupa Goswami is telling. In the mind you stay in Vrindavan. सेवक सेव साधक रूपेण सिद्ध रूपेण छात्र ही तद्भावलिप्सना कार्य प्रजय लोकानुसार्थ and the transcendental realm of Raj, one should serve the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna with a feeling similar to that of his associates, and one should place himself or herself under the direct guidance of a particular associate of Krishna and should follow in his footsteps. This method is applicable both in the stage of sadhana and in the stage of sadhya. When one is a Siddha Purusha or a spiritually practiced soul, that's what I can tell. That's what is written. So all these dasas are there. Finally, when you're able to meditate and it's taking you to samadhi, it is called sampatti dasa. Sampatti means you'll attain the perfection. It is you're able to attain the perfection. When you're able to attain perfection, that's it. Sadhya. You'll serve Krishna, if everyone is, you're taking care of your family, you're taking your children. But sir and ma'am, your leg is here, one leg is here, one leg is there. This is your last life. This is your last life. But for that, it is not easy though. You have to become very serious though. Because how many of you agree? We still interrupted only, uninterrupted only. Where is uninterrupted? Krishna is not coming after 10-15 years. As I'm chanting, as I'm talking, I'm thinking, wow, I'm nowhere around it. How will I go? That's where Lord Chaitanya's mercy comes. Nityananda Prabhu's mercy comes. Sincerely serve the movement, Krishna will help. One time, one lecture I heard, His Holiness Radhana said, on last day, so Krishna attained self-realization. And he went back to God. Maharaj said, on the last day, he attained self-realization. Don't worry, even if it's not happening. On the last day, it will happen. One should not give it up. How many of you are listening and understanding?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, so what is that? In the conditioned stage, Hare Krishna mantra is a medicine. In liberated stage, Hare Krishna mantra is a nectar. Because you see Krishna in that. So then what happened, you'll continue your practice. You'll continue your practice and you will undertake your duties as based on your roles and responsibilities in the material world. But you'll continue your practice and you'll try to can you see this Sampatti Dasa, eternal relationship revealed? Here your relationship is revealed. And Sampatti Dasa. So that is the goal of human life. Not work very hard, make money and give it to children. We should give it to children, no doubt, but that is not the goal of life. What is the goal of life? Sampatti Dasa. Sometimes people work, colleagues, nobody, no colleagues will come. What is that? Sampatti Dasa. So with feeling you chant the holy name and under the direct guidance of, what is that? Whichever devotee you love, in your mind, you don't need to tell anybody, just follow. And you'll attain the perfection of life. Any question or comment? Hare Krishna. The verse is over. Anyone has any question or comment?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So I am when you said that a devotee was meditating on a rock, just writing the name of Radha Rani and Krishna over it, so is not that change? We are not just um, like formless. We are not be meditating on a formless thing. Like we should be always meditating on a form, a person. Are you getting my
Thank you.
question?
Nice question. Yeah, I got your question. Basically, sometimes what people do, we tell this. Usually when I do this session, probably we can do it next session. Today's time is over. When you have problem focusing, what do we tell people? Just chant, write Hare Krishna mantra and read it, we say. Did you hear this anywhere? Anyone heard? When I have problem focusing, what you do? Just to see, look at it and read it. Because when you read it, the mind will be focused. So Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If you write it and read it, that mantra is also Krishna. Ma. One day, this is like 20, more than 21 years ago, 23 years ago, I went to Chennai. And I was living in Chennai temple those days. Then one day I was throwing, the plastic bags, it's called plastic theli bolte hain. I was throwing. Then there is a sannyasi by name Bhakti Vrajendranandan Maharaj. He said, hey, don't throw. Why Maharaj? Hey, open it. There is Krishna's name written it. Krishna, you are throwing Krishna. I mean, you're all chanting. That's why I'm telling this. We don't tell this outside. Krishna is not different from his holy name. So, when the name is written and you're reading it, that name is Krishna. But name will connect you to the form. It's not impersonal. You're understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. I mean, I just told that person throughout his life he meditated on the rock in which Krishna's name is written. But believe me, he must have, even when while alive, he must have got Krishna in his mind. He must have got uninterrupted Krishna, uninterrupted vision of Krishna, and Anusmriti he must have got. And he must have got into samadhi, but he continued to see that even though the Krishna's form is coming and Krishna's leelas are happening. One line I forgot to tell is when Krishna first your name will take to the form. Hare Krishna name mantra, the name will take you to the form. Nam will take you to the form. Rupa. Rupa will take you to the qualities. Qualities will take you to the leela. And Nama Rupa Guna Leela, and if you continue further, you will be present in that Leela. Hare Krishna. That's the power. It should happen to us. It's not easy though. Raghunath Goswami is chanting and tigers are coming, but Raghunath Goswami, he's not in the bodily consciousness. He's in Samadhi. Another day, that day Krishna came to protect, but Raghunath Goswami doesn't even know. Why? He was seeing in his he attained spiritual form, in that he is meditating. Another day it's very hot, but he became free from bodily consciousness. He was not feeling heat. Radharani came and protected him. He didn't know that. But why? But he was already seeing the Leela's pastimes. And he has connected himself with that in Gola Vrindavan. Anyway, you're understanding, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. That
Does it answer?
yeah, it's a very good reply that I understood that Nam will take to the form actually. So the form is coming, will reveal through the name.
True. Yes. Namarupa Guna Leela. Simple, Amma, You say, Mummy, how are you doing? You call your mummy, or you call somebody by name. They are in India, other side. When you say, Mummy, that person will respond. When that person responds, that voice, immediately, Rupa, you know where they're standing. You'll see them. Name has that power. You'll see them, you know where they're standing. And qualities, you know, where is that phone, where they're standing, and how they're talking. Everything you know. And it's, of course, imagination because you know before. But here also. But it manifests in your mind. Likewise, Nama will take you to Rupa, Rupa will take you to the qualities, Guna, Guna will take you to Leela. That's what I can tell. Any other question? Otherwise, we'll end it. Nothing is there, we'll end it. Vanja Kalpadarabhyasya Vasandabhyasya Pattana Bhanaji Vaishnavya Namo Namo. What we'll do next week, we'll do some practice, you know, and we'll do some practice of chanting. And you know, we are coming, we have only three verses now. And then be ready to write, you know, then the Nikunjaya will conduct the exam. I'm ending now. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.